Okay. Finish, everyone? Are you done? All done? If you're done, can you write in the chat box done if you're done reading? I guess everyone is not done yet. If there are some words that you don't understand, you can write in the chat box. Okay, I think we can start now. We can start answering now. So are there some words that you don't understand from this text or from this paragraph? Everyone, can you hear me? Lisa, Alice, Tauchi, Tang, finish?
Yes, I can hear. Yes, I can finish. I am finished.
Okay. So let's talk about this text here. Scenarios. You mean scenarios? Yeah, scenarios are event that is happening. That is scenario, event that is happening or something that is happening. Like right now, I am talking in front of you. That is what is happening now. So that is our scenario. Okay, what is happening scenario. Only Tang write some words. Okay, so let's talk about the Big Bang Theory. What is Big Bang Theory? Lisa, can you tell me about Big Bang Theory? Is Lisa here?
Yes,
okay, Lisa.
I'm here.
Okay, Lisa, can you tell me about Big Bang Theory?
Okay. The Big Bang Theory predicts that all matter, time, and space began in incredibly tiny, compact state about 14 billion years ago.
Okay, yeah. So Big Bang Theory is like the story of how the universe or the Earth made. So it's from the small one. I mean, like this tiny, really tiny thing, and then like there's an explosion, like a bang in there. That's why it's called a Big Bang. And then it created, I mean, like some things, maybe asteroids or rocks, and then that's the story how the solar system is made. We call that one the Big Bang Theory. Okay, but of course, now we all know that we have scientists now, and we have different scientists that are studying about the universe, about many scientists. Okay, not only the universe, but about the world also and environment too. So for them now, it's different now. Before, we believe that we come from a small or tiny thing, and then there's an explosion. So the solar system is made. But now, scientists are telling that we are expanding. That means like it's like a stretch. We are stretching. The world is stretching. I mean, the universe is stretching, and it's getting faster and faster. I mean, when we say accelerated rate, I mean fast. How fast? Okay, accelerated rate. Okay, it's getting faster and faster, that the universe is expanding or getting bigger. Okay, so maybe in the future there will be a lot of things or scenarios that will happen. So that's why we have in here cosmologists. These are the people who are studying about, of course, the universe, about the comets, about the outer space. So they have three answers what will happen in the future, and we're going to talk about this, the differences between these three things later on. So we have before the Big Bang, and then we have now the Big Freeze, the Big Rip, and the Big Crunch. Guys, so let's talk about these things first. I think we will start with the Big Freeze. Yes. Okay, so two objects representing short, tight rubber. So there is an example in here. You can see in here the rubber band. Do you know rubber band? Do you know rubber band? Everyone? Who knows rubber band? I think you play rubber band. What is rubber band? Do you have rubber band at home? Well, no one is talking. Are you all tired? Hello. Okay, so I think I can show you a rubber band, but I'm not sure where's my rubber band here. Yeah, this is a rubber band. Okay, this one is a rubber band. So they represent the universe like a rubber band. So like here is another object, and this one is another object. So this one is like tight. Actually, this one is loose one, but it's a tight rubber band. And then they're holding them, but this force or gravity is like pulling them apart. They're pulling them apart. So let's say that the rubber band is the gravity. So they're pulling them apart until the rubber band will stretch and it will break. That is how they represent the universe. Okay, so I'll give you time to read the questions here. We got some questions here. Okay, let's see. Let's try to answer A, B, C. A, B, C. Everyone, please write your answer in the chat box. Why does the writer mention rubber band? What do you think is the answer? A, B, C. Why does the writer mention the rubber band in the text? Okay, Tang and Lisa answered. How about the others? Okay, oh. Yes, okay, so we use, okay, good job, Tachi. Tachi, Lisa, and where about Alice? No answer for Alice. Okay, Tang. Okay, so the answer is letter A. So they use the rubber band to compare the force in the universe. So that's why we call it the gravity. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, I want you to write the answer with this one here. Which picture best represents the galaxy mode? Like how I do with the rubber band. A or B? Okay, Tang finished. How about the others? The galaxy. Hmm. Okay, how about the others? Let's hear from Tao Chi. Okay, Tao Chi and Tang has the same answer. Why did you choose letter B? I want to know why B. Why do you think it's B? Tao Chi and Tang. Why did you choose B?
I guess.
You just guess. Okay, galaxy model. How about Lisa? What's your answer, Lisa?
I choose A.
Okay, so two,
No,
Lisa
no, no,
and
wait,
Alice.
wait.
Changing answer.
Yeah, it's A.
Okay, Lisa and Alice chose A, and Tao Chi and Tang chose B. Why letter A, Lisa? Lisa, why letter A? Why did you choose A?
I don't know. I'm just feel
You just
A is
guessed too?
correct. Yes.
Okay, well, actually, the answer is letter A. That's why I explained about the rubber band. It's like this one, the rubber band. So there are two things, and then the rubber band represents like the force or the gravity that pulls back, pulls them apart from each other until they break. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Okay, great job, but that's a nice try. Let's pick the answer for the next one. What is the attractive force? So you see in here, we have attractive force and opposing forces. Oh, no, sorry. Attractive force and repulsive force. A, B, C. Number 3. Okay. And completed. Passed. Sorry. Attractive force and repulsive force. Okay, only Tang. It's B. B. Oh, okay. You change.
You you change into the both force, right?
Mm-hmm. The force that only exists on the earth pulls things apart. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I'm sorry, I think I made the wrong representation. Which one should I use? Okay, so let's say that we have two objects here. Don't want to use that. Okay. Okay, I'll just have alcohol. Okay, let's say that this one is one object, or let's say one planet, okay, in the solar system. And then let's say like this one is another planet in the solar system. So we got two types of force, right? We have attractive force and repulsive force. So let's say that this one here, this band is the attractive force. So this band or this attractive force will keep them together, like this one, okay? So they will keep together, okay? They will stick together. That's why we call it attractive force. Like they are far, but with the attractive force, it can pull it so they can be together, okay? Like this one. So it's attractive force. But when we say repulsive, from the word repulse, so they are together, but this repulsive seems like drawing a block here so they can separate and break. Okay, so now my question for number 3. What is attractive force? ABC. What's attractive force? How about the others? The others aren't answering. Do you understand attractive and repulsive force? Imagine like attractive is like a magnet. So you attract. So you can keep that one. Okay, that is attractive force. That's why it's called attractive force. So the answer is letter A. Okay, so that's the thing that you hold it. You attract another. Yes, very good, Alice. Okay, so let's have the next one. Now the other one for number 4, which one is repulsive? This one is the other way around. You separate them. You separate them from each other. ABC. Yes, okay. So the answer is letter B. Okay, it's something like push and pull. Okay, something like you pull them so it can separate. That is repulsive force. Okay, now I think you have true or false here for this one, but I want you to think or to read first about big freeze. This is only about big freeze, I guess. Yes, it's about big freeze. So please try to read about big freeze. If there are some words you don't understand, you can just write in the chat box. Finish? Okay, so I think we can highlight important words so you can remember about big freeze. Are you done reading? Bang. What do you understand? From the reading about big freeze? Alice? Everyone understand words in here?
What is
Auchi?
the faint?
Yes.
What is the faint?
What? Where is that? Faint. Where is that one? Faint, faint, faint. I think faint energies. It's like loose energy. Okay, faint. I fainted. It's like you fall, but when we use faint in here, it's something like you lose the energy. Okay, faint energies, lose energy. Okay, so I want you to remember about big freeze. We have important words in here. So you remember about big chill. Okay, the universe would be darker and colder, or this also called the heat death. That's why it's called the big freeze, because the universe will be very, very cold because it already exploded. But how it will turn into big freeze? What will happen first? So remember about the example I told you. So we have two objects and they pull each other apart, but the rubber band is too loose already. So the elasticity, when we say elasticity, is like this one. Can you see? I can stretch it. It's elastic. Okay, can stretch. It's elasticity. Okay, so it's something like that. So the two forces will pull each other apart until the rubber band cannot be stretched anymore. It loses its elasticity now. And then they will be bigger and bigger until they cannot hold each other anymore from pulling apart, and it will break. And that's the reason why it will be very low. They will faint energies. The gases will explode and it will be colder and darker because there are no lights anymore. There are no energies. Okay. So that is what they call the big freeze. Do you understand? Everyone? Okay, I want to hear Alice. Alice, what do you understand from big freeze? Do you want to speak?
It will be darker and colder.
Yes. Okay. So this the most important thing. Thank you, Alice. When we talk about the big freeze, so darker and colder. So two objects pull apart until there's the band loses elasticity. So that's why it will be darker and colder. So let's try to answer true or false here. Let's do 2 minutes. Okay, will you please answer in 2 minutes? Write the answer in the chat box, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just write T or F. T for true and F for false, or NG, not given. That means you didn't read it. You didn't read it from the text. Okay, so you have 3 minutes. Answer 1, 2, 3, 4. Two minutes. Thanks, Don. Last 1 minute. Lisa, why you only answer 1, 2, and 4? Where's number 3?
I'm still thinking number 3.
Okay, how about Tauchi and Alice? Where are your answers? Okay, let's try to answer number 1. So, Tang and Alisa have the same answer. Tang, why it's true? Why it's true? Can you read? Which part of the text is that?
The big free scenario is what happens if the force pulling the objects apart is strong enough.
Okay, 2 planets apart. So you answered true. Same with Lisa. Do you agree, Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Alice and Tauchi? Do you agree? Number 1 is true.
Yes.
Yes. Alice? Do you agree, Alice? Yes. Okay, well, we can say that yes, it's true, but I think it's false because in here it says objects. Okay, and in here it says, where's that? Planets. Okay, remember that planets and objects can be the same. Okay, but at the same time, it can be different too because there are still many objects in our galaxy, like asteroids, comets, rocks. However, since we're talking about planets in here, well, I think this can be true and this can be false. So it can be either, but yeah, since we're talking about planets, so it can be true. This one is true. Let's have number 2. Number 2, I like Tauchi to answer. What's your answer, number 2? In the big freeze scenario, the galaxy will get bigger. True or false?
I think it's true.
Yes, okay, it's still true. Number 2 is still true. Okay, because in here we can see, where's that one? Yeah, would keep getting bigger. Okay, that is in the big freeze scenario. Let's talk about number 3. Okay, our galaxy will have the big chill in the future. I want to ask Tang because Tang answered not given. Why do you think it's not given, Tang? You didn't read about this one?
Yes.
Yes, okay, it's not given. Okay, number 3 is not given. That is correct. Because this one is a big freeze is like only the idea. Big freeze, big rip, and big crunch, they are all ideas of scientists that might happen in the future. And big chill is another word for big freeze. So that means it is not given. I mean, it is not, they don't talk about the big chill that will happen in the future, but rather they talk about the big freeze. So number 3 is not given. And we have number 4. I like who's that? Lisa. Lisa to answer number 4. What's your answer number 4, Lisa?
It's false.
Yeah, it's false. You answer false. Why it's false, Lisa?
Because in big freeze, the galaxy will become darker and
Yes,
colder.
great job. That's correct. Okay, you have the idea of here that they will lose the energy. Okay, they will have redshift. That means they will be darker. Okay, a redshift is something like it's turning black already. So that means it will be darker and colder, not brighter. So number 4 is false. Oops. Okay, now we will move to the next activity here. Okay, so I want you to complete this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try to complete the missing words for this. You can write the answer only. Or if you like to write the sentences, then it's up to you. Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes to complete. You done? Okay, Tang is done. Mm. No answer number 1, Tang.
Now I don't see the blank in number 1.
Okay, I think Tang got it correct. All correct. Okay, let's try to answer number 1. Oh, number 2 now. Number 2. The universe would get. Yes, Alice, would you like to try number 2?
Number 2 is the universe would get bigger.
Yes, that's right. Okay, that's correct. Number 3, Lisa.
The clusters of
Yeah,
galaxy.
clusters. Clusters of galaxy. Number 4, Tang.
Dissolve.
Dissolve. Do you know dissolve, everyone? What is dissolve? What is dissolve? I saw the ghost, but the ghost dissolved. What is dissolve? Dissolve like disappear. Okay, that's dissolve. But it's something like we only use dissolve into write instances. Let's say when you put coffee into the water, so we have to stir the water so the coffee will be dissolved, or like it you won't see the particles of it. We call that one dissolve, or the sugar as well. Tauchi, will you answer number 4? Energies would.
I think number 4 is the galaxies
Sorry.
would
Okay, no, the galaxies would
dissolve
dissolve.
dissolve
say
into lowly object floating.
Sorry, Tauchi, can you answer number 5? I put the wrong one. Number 5, energies would.
I don't know the 5.
No, number 5.
Yeah.
Energies would faint. Okay, so faint energy, energies would faint. And number 6, darker and colder. Okay. Let's have the next one here. This one is about the big rip. Rip. You know, rip, like when you tore a paper. We call that one the big rip. So I think we're running out of time here. So let's just take it with this one here. This one. Just remember this one about the big rip. So it's the same thing. So for big freeze, so you pull two objects apart and then it loses its elasticity. And then, but the universe will be bigger and we will have colder and darker place. But the difference of big rip, it's the same one. It stretch and it will break. It will break. And then the objects, the planets, the solar system will break into pieces. They will break into pieces. That's why it's called the big rip. Rip, like, you know, the paper, when you tear the paper, that's why we call it the big rip. Okay, so let's try to complete this one here. Just remember that one. That's the difference between the two, the big freeze and the big rip. So let's try to complete number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just answer only, it's okay. Finish? Let's start number 1. Lisa, can you answer number 1? What's your answer number 1? Still answering?
The number 1 is repulsive force.
Repulsive force. Okay, but I think number 1 is gravitational force. Okay, that's why it tear the stars.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. You can still try. Okay, number 2, Tauchi.
The universe would continue to
Would keep. Yeah, I think you're correct with that one. That is accelerating. Okay, accelerate. Tang, number 3.
The gravitational force.
Number 3, the universe escaped the gravitational force. Yes, okay, escape gravitational force. Alice, number 4. The matter that makes up stars would
I'm still thinking.
break into tiny pieces. Okay, and number 5, subatomic particles. Subatomic particles will be destroyed. Okay, let's have the next one now. I think we will just take a look at the short. We will do shortcut with this one. So this one is called the Big Crunch. This one is the different way. Yes, Alice, you want to speak?
No.
Okay. See, clump together, their gravitational pull would get even stronger. Hurtle together and collide. Temperatures would rises, compress. Okay, the Big Crunch is the opposite of the Big Freeze. Okay, so if you see in here, if the Big Freeze is like two objects pulling apart, and then they will explode and it will be colder and darker. For Big Crunch, two objects will rushing towards, they will move toward each other until they clump together, and then they will make energy, like strong energy in that one, and then they will collide, and that means like there's a bang also. So it will be hot, not cold. It will be hot, and then it will have compact universe. So that's why it's called the Big Crunch, like crunch, because of the word like they collide. So this one is the opposite of Big Freeze. And since we're running out of time, okay, I think we can have the next part now because we will run out of time. Let's play some game next. Here, okay, I want you to match. So we got 4 here. So you just write A, B, C. Okay, so which one is Big Freeze, Big Rip, Big Crunch? So that means there are 2 answers for one. Okay, so please answer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, someone's done. Okay, Alice is done. Okay, someone's done too. Dang, which one is B? What number is B? Okay, let's answer number 1. Okay, Alice, since Alice answered first, I want to hear Alice. What is number 1, Alice?
I think number 1 is C.
Yes, okay, number 1, it's entirely different from Big Freeze. Okay, it's called the Big Crunch. Okay, maybe because it's hot, so like it's burning. So that's why there's a crunch, the sound. Okay, we call that the crunch. Number 2, Lisa. The end of the universe to be so cold that it cannot contain any life.
A, Big Freeze.
Yes, okay. So you have cold and freeze. Oh, I think it's very easy. You can remember. Number 3, Tauchi. Is Tauchi here? No? Okay. Tang, will you answer number 3?
Number 3 is the big rib.
Yes, big rib. And I think no one answered number 4, only Alice answered number 4. Okay, so what do you think is the answer for number 4? Tang, Lisa, and Tauchi. It's similar to Big Bang. Anyone? Okay, only Alice got the answer. Okay, so number 4 is letter C. Okay, Big Crunch is similar. Okay, that means like it's similar to Big Bang in the earlier stage. Okay, so they call it the Big Crunch also. I think this one can be your discussion part. Let's talk about these things here. We still have time. Yeah, we still have time. So I will share something here, and I want you to write everything that you know. Let me share. Oops. Okay, I think it's loading. Let's talk about the big rip, the big freeze, and the big crunch. Which one do you think is like will happen to the universe? Which one is near or possible to happen? The big rip, the big crunch, or the big freeze? So I will share this one here. Have you tried Jamboard? Okay, I want you to go to this one here. Can you click the link? And you can type anything that into this one. So let's do some discussion here. Okay, it should show like this one. Or you can click the link and let's see if it works. Then you can type anything here. Okay, so there's one join. What's that? So I don't know who is writing, okay? So you can write anything that you know. Which one do you think is possible to happen and why? Okay, let's put here. Okay, discuss one of the theories, the end of universe, the process, and the result. Which one do you think you can remember? Like the process and like the result? Big freeze? If you know Big Bang, that's fine. You can tell me about Big Bang. Okay, so we have the big freeze, the big rip, and the big crunch. Which one do you think is more likely to happen in the future? Okay, let me try. Okay, I want you to write here. Let's move here. Okay, write all the things about big freeze here. Can you write all the thing that you know about big freeze here? And then here for big rip. And then here for big crunch. I think it's too small. Okay, you can write below the things that you remember about these three. I don't know your name, okay? You see, I cannot see it. I don't know who is, what's this? Was Anonymous Rhino or Wolverine? I don't know who is that. So you can write everything that you remember, okay? anything. Wait, no one is writing. What do you remember? Like what will happen in Big Freeze? What will happen in Big Rip? In Big Crunch? You don't need to write all the things. Just write what you remember, or like the keywords only. Okay, we have another one who joins. Dinosaur. Why no one is writing? You can write. I cannot change color. Yeah, can change color. Can you write anything? Let's discuss about this one. Tang. Tang. What do you remember? Can you write? Oh, you cannot write. Why?
I cannot write.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure too how to, but I think it can be shared. Ah, okay. I think that it's you're not editor. Okay, yeah. Can you try again? If you can write? Can you write now?
I still can't.
You still can't? Oh
Well,
no.
they said you can only view this document. You may change as the owner for a access.
Yeah, but I change. Here, you are all editor now if you have the link. It's the same link, I guess. Okay, maybe I will try to refresh. It's still the same?
Oh no, this is not the same. We can write now.
You can write now. Okay, I think it's not updated. Okay, so you can write what you remember from Big Freeze, from Big Rip, or Big Crunch. You can click this one, the letter T, it will be easier, I think. Say hello. Okay, you can write. Like, what do you remember from Big Freeze? I think like we're brainstorming. Okay, great job, Alice. It will be darker and colder. That's right. What else do you remember? Where's that? Someone's writing? Only Alice. Only Alice, right? Lisa, dang, come on. You don't remember anything? Touchy? Okay, I think we will run out of time in here because this one is your homework. So I want to ask everyone, like, what do you think is more likely to happen in the future? Is it the big freeze, the big grip, or the big crunch? Okay, let's start with Alice because Alice seems to remember some words. Which one do you think is more likely to happen and why?
I think the
I cannot hear you, Alice.
I think the big crunch will happen.
Okay, why do you think the big crunch is more likely to happen?
Because I think that like in right now in the earth, for example, there are two cars and it could happen kind of a big crunch too.
Oh, okay. So like if two cars will bump or collide, okay, so it will create fire, or like it's the same with the big crunch. So it will get hotter or fire, okay? So maybe can be happen too. Okay, how about Tang? What's your opinion, Tang? Which one do you think will happen? More likely to
Repeat?
happen, sorry. More
Can you
likely to
repeat it?
happen. Huh?
Can you repeat it?
Which one do you think is more likely to happen to the universe someday? Is it the big freeze, the big grip, or the big crunch? Any opinion? So Alice say like, I will be the big crunch because it's the same with car. Something like that. So how about you, Tang? Do you agree with Alice? Do you think it also be the big crunch?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so. Okay. So what do you believe? Big freeze or big grip?
I think big rip.
Big grip will happen. Why?
I don't know how to say, but
You don't know how to say.
like
Like, okay, I'll give you time for that. Lisa, what about you? What's your opinion?
I think it's big freeze.
Big freeze.
Yeah,
Okay, why do you think it's big freeze?
I don't know.
You just guess. You just feel, oh,
No,
I like
no.
a big freeze.
No, it's like I feel big freeze kind of logical, and I think it could happen
Logical.
in the
Oh,
future.
okay. It's
About
kind of logical.
5 billion years. I think that.
Okay, I see. You got some point on that, Lisa. What about Tauchi? Is Tauchi there? Okay, so you will have your homework about this one, but I will not give deadline. Okay, so I want you, but if you have time, you try to do it because I know that you're doing a lot of tests and you're a bit pressured, and maybe you're excited with Tet holiday too. So I will not give deadline with this one, but I want you to think. Okay, Tauchi. Okay, there's a recording of this one, so you can watch. Okay, going back to your homework. So it's the same thing that you did today. You're going to write, what do you think is more likely to happen in the future? Is it the big rip, the big crunch, or the big freeze. So first, you're going to tell me what big rip, what is big crunch. So you will have three parts, of course. You will have the definition, and then you can say in the body like the steps. Like the steps, like what happens in big freeze, in a big rip, or big crunch. And then you can also include here, like, why do you think this one is more likely to happen? So maybe you can give examples like what Alice said earlier. So you can say like a car. Maybe if you pick the big freeze, you can define or you can include some things about the solar system, like Neptune, Uranus, Saturn. They are made of gas and ice, so it will be it's more likely coalition, or the ice will collide or bump into each other, so it can be big freeze. And we all know that, of course, in the universe, something like that. Okay, so you can search, or like you can justify your answer if you choose big freeze or big crunch. Okay, you can give examples, and then you can defend why do you think like this one. For the conclusion, you can say like, I think that this one is likely to happen because you have to wrap up. Okay, so it can be 100 to 150 words, but as I said, I don't want to put deadline on this one because you still have lots of things to do. So you can try, if you're not busy, that's better. You can try to practice writing. But if you're a bit busy, I don't force you to do it. Okay, because I know that you still have lots of things to do and I don't want to pressure you on that one. Is it right, Dan? Am I right?
Yes.
You're busy? Okay. So I hope that you learned something tonight. Okay, let's do some wrap up here. Lisa, what did you learn tonight? What new words or sentences did you learn tonight? Lisa?
Yes.
Yes, what did you learn tonight?
Tonight I learned some new words like
Mm-hmm.
scenario.
Oh, I have a new student. Is there a new student? Sorry. My new student enters the class. Okay. Scenario. Okay. Scenario, cluster, and so on. And I hope everyone will differentiate also big rip, big crunch, and big freeze. So let's try to talk about this one because we still have three students. We have Tang, Alice, and Tauchi. So let's start with Tang. What is big freeze, Tang? You still remember about big freeze? What will happen in big freeze?
The universe will become darker and colder.
Okay, that is big freeze. How about Alice? Want to talk about big crunch or big rip? What do you remember?
Big crunch, like I don't know how to explain that.
Okay, like what will happen with big crunch? What do you remember? For big freeze, it will be colder and darker. What about big crunch? Crunch. Okay, big crunch, like it will be hot. Okay, and some steps are similar to
I think, yeah, Big Bang.
Big Bang. Okay, remember that big crunch, some steps or pre-steps, something like pre-steps, okay, before the actual bang, okay? So it's similar to big crunch, okay? And Tauchi, how about big rip? Who can tell me about big rip? Do you remember about big rip? What is the difference of big rip and big freeze? So in big freeze, the universe will be colder and darker, and the universe will expand. That means it will grow bigger. But for big rip, it's the universe will tear into pieces. Okay, that's the difference. They're quite similar with big freeze, but the difference in big rip, the universe will be tear into pieces. Okay, that's the difference. And yeah, I think we still have time left. So do you have questions today? I hope you learned something today. You look so problematic. Alice, what's wrong? Do you have headache? You look so problematic. Do you have a lot of things to do, Alice? No. All right, how about Tang? How do you feel today, Tang? Are you okay, Tang?
Yes, very okay.
You're okay. Okay. You don't look, I mean, you look fine. So you don't have problems, Tang. You'll have a good week after this class, Tang. Okay, I hope you will relax. Okay, Alice, Tang. Okay, how about Lisa?
I think
Lisa.
today is great. Today is
Do you think
great.
today is great? I hope today
Tiny
is
great.
great. If I see you,
But-
Lisa. But I
Oh,
think
thank
you're still
you.
a bit shy.
Yeah, but today is great, and tomorrow I think it's not this good.
Why you have your test too, Lisa?
No. I'm finished all the tests, but my sister needs my help, so I need to teach her all the day tomorrow to she have the good score. And my mom said I have to do that. I
That's good.
have to.
You have to. Don't worry, Lisa. You're not yet old. It's not like Teacher Jam. Teacher Jam is the only one working in the family. You don't think of the responsibility. Okay, how about Taochi? I hope you're doing all good today and keep safe, of course, because of the virus. And I heard Taochi. Yes, Taochi got her vaccine. How about Tang? Did you get the vaccine? Tang, Alice, and Lisa, did you get the vaccine?
Yes,
Okay,
I
how
got the
is it?
vaccine. Is the first time is pretty good because I'm not sick at all, but the second times I sick 2 times a day and I feel not good at all.
Okay. Alice, did you get a vaccine, Alice?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I
not
think
yet.
children from 12 older.
Oh, yes. You're still young. Okay. But your level is high. So I thought like you got the vaccine already. How about Tang? Did you get the vaccine, Tang? Tang. Tang. Did you get the vaccine?
I just got one.
Just got one. Oh, don't worry, you will get the second dose.
Just don't know.
Okay, I got the varicella. I got the varicella vaccine, and I luckily I didn't get any side effect after I got the vaccine. But I think the side effect that I got is I eat a lot after I got the vaccine. So It's fine, but I'm looking forward for the third booster soon. Anyway, please take care, of course, because of the virus. That's why I ask, and it's dangerous now in Hanoi. So yeah, I hope to see you again next time, and let's talk maybe more, not only about planets and solar system, but more next time. So have a good night, and I'm so sorry for the delay today. You have to endure it with me. And yeah, see you next time. Good night, everyone.